It was really cool. All week we've been waiting for, a scrimmage, and, it was a good one today. Blue came on top, so it was nice.
Yeah. What do you like about your play today?
Yeah, I thought, I was just a 200-foot guy, and I kept it pretty simple. Just try to limit the mistakes out there and, just play my game.
What do you think you'll take the most out of this camp, looking back on it?
There's so much. We're lucky. There's such a, great development staff here. Every guy here, I think learns a lot, and anything from, on-ice skills and even the off-ice part of it. A lot of, seminars, little things like cooking. We're learning how to cook, we're getting to the age where you might be living on your own, stuff like that. So even the smallest things, we're lucky to be learning that kind of stuff. So.
How comfortable are you in the kitchen now?
I wouldn't say I'm a master chef by any means, but yeah, I think I'm going in the right direction for sure.
Of the speeches or the guys who talked, you heard from some pretty high-profile guys. Like who kind of spoke to you? What resonated the most?
Yeah, there's so many guys here, such high-end. They were high-end hockey players when they played, and they're such high-end coaches. I took it as much in as I could. Yeah, there's so many I could name guys off for a minute straight. So.
What do you make of Minten and Cowan playing together, seeing them up close? Like, what stood out?
They're great players.
Yeah.
They're all so fast, and they work really well together. They're great guys off the ice. Coming here, I didn't know too many guys, and they welcomed me right away. So I guess you could say I kind of look up to them a little bit, and they kind of showed me the ropes when I first got here, and made me feel comfortable. So it was nice.
What's your summer looking like?
You know what? I'm gonna take it day by day. At some point I'm gonna be up here in Toronto training, but I'll be training back at home for I think the next we'll see next weeks, I guess. But at some point I will be training up here. Obviously they have a world class set up here with world class people. So yeah, I think I might as well take advantage of it for sure.
No driving any tacos or anything like that this summer?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think my dad will, he'll take that over. So.
You made a nice play on that first goal. Is kind of the offensive side something that you're looking to improve on this upcoming year?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I've always had that, that high hockey IQ. I think it showed in that play. It's just, getting more confidence with the puck on my stick and stuff like that. So.
But what was this? You were looking forward to the scrimmage when we talked to you on the first day. Like, what was it like out there today?
Yeah, it was good. We won, so I'm pretty happy right now, and it was good to see all everyone on each team's come together this week, and we all had a blast. And like I said, I'm glad we won there.
How'd you like playing with Fraser?
Yeah, he's good. He's elite. He told me when I scored there off the faceoff, he said, just be ready. I'm gonna win this. I was, and I picked my spot there. But yeah, he's obviously good on the draws. I think he was like second in the league in the Western, so he knows he's good on the dot. So I was ready there.
How do you feel like you guys kind of complemented each other? It felt like there was some chemistry there.
Yeah, it was good. I played with him a bit last year too at camp, so it's just fun playing with him. He has elite hockey IQ. He played in the NHL last year, so he's got experience, and he works hard. So I feel like we really complement each other well.
On that topic, does the whole thing excite you about what's coming up at camp and the years ahead? Some chemistry between you guys?
Yeah, as the camp got on here, I felt like I got better as a player. I learned a lot, and I'm going to take that back to London, come up here a bit and train. But I'm really looking forward to camp. I have a goal in mind, and I'm going to stick with that all summer.
What's your summer look like?
I'll be training in London. My trainer Trev opened up a new gym. It's called Epic there in Kamoka, so it's a bit of a closer drive than London. But yeah, I'll be working out there. Training hard, skating there, and working out here a couple days, come up here. So, I got a lot around me to help me, so I just got to use it and work my hardest.
What's the goal you have in mind?
I want to make the team. That's always been my goal. I want to play in the NHL one day, and, I'm feeling very confident. So just got to come into camp, be a very reliable player, someone the coach can trust. And I just got to, learn game management a bit better, and I think I'll be good.
When you speak of game management, like what is that? Hayley had mentioned like the defensive side. Like, what are you focusing in on that?
Yeah, more stops and starts. Kind of opening up, my body towards the check instead of turning my back. Just having a head on a swivel at all times, and really just getting it in at the blue line, getting out at the blue line. Little plays like that really go a long way with coaches.
What were the biggest differences for you this year at camp versus last year?
I felt like I just had more confidence this year. Obviously coming in, I knew a lot more people this year. Met a lot more great people, so it was really fun this year, and same with last year. But I had a blast this year, and kind of excited to get home now and take the day off tomorrow and get back to work Tuesday.
And how does the training this off-season look different from last year as well?
I think it's just the same. Having that same mindset, taking it day by day, and good things will come.
How are your basketball skills?
They weren't bad. I mean, I'm not too tall. I think I'm like 6 foot maybe now. No, I'm just under. But Chatty was pretty good. You know, he's got some pretty good hands with the ball for, you know, a big guy. So I was impressed with him.
What do you think of Halinka? Here?
Yeah, he's elite. Kind of reminds me of Halton in a bit. You know, he's got a good shot. Really, you know, pull the puck in outside to inside. I think he had 2 goals today and almost scored in the shootout with a nasty move. But, yeah, I was really impressed with him. He's a great guy. I golfed with him, too, Tuesday. So he's a great guy.
Is he a good golfer?
He wasn't bad, actually. He was pretty good. I heard he didn't golf a lot, but, yeah, he was pretty good. He was hitting them. He was getting better as the round went on, and he's just a great guy. He was always happy, so it was fun to play with him.
Pretty slick shootout move there at the end. You had a few breakaways in the game too. Like, take us through your breakaway day.
I don't know, like 3 breakaways I think I had, and I put it right in the logo every time. So I'll be working on that in my driveway at home. But I just felt like, you know, on the shootout there, I did that move on a penalty shot and no one sound. So I told Sam McHugh I was going to do it again, and I just hit my spot.
What are your thoughts on that penalty shot strategy? Like the one where they just kind of have the running. You like that? Like
Rob Schremp really taught me that move in the penalty shot. You know, kind of like it's a snake pattern. I come into the right, come to the left, and really slow down. It changes the goalie's angle. So a couple fakes and right by the goalie's heel, and it should work. So hopefully I didn't just give out my secret there.
Did Arthur get you off guard with his?
Yeah, he was in the same room as me, so I was giving it to him a bit. But I thought I could have pulled it around, but he made a good play there.
You mentioned being able to train back in Kamoka and things like that, and obviously your career at this point has gone through Kamoka, London, now Toronto, all being close to home. How important has kind of the family side for you been, being able to play so close to home throughout your entire career?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, it's not easy moving away at a young age, so it's been good to be close to home, and I've really enjoyed it.
A lot of happy Team Blue guys coming to talk to us. What was it like out there today?
It was fun. It's you miss the game, like playing an actual game in the summer a lot, so it's fun to get one in.
What was the chemistry like? What was it like to play with Easton? He said he really enjoyed it. Felt like there was some chemistry there.
Yeah, it's fun. He does all the things right out there. He makes really good reads, and he's fast, tenacious, so it makes it easy and really fun to play with him.
Does that excite you for the future when you have a little time with Easton in a camp like this?
Yeah, of course. He's you know, one of my really good friends now. He's an awesome kid and awesome to play with too. Yeah.
What's your big determination, Fraser? Like, he said he's got a goal in mind. He's eager to get back to training. Like, what have you learned about, you know, kind of how determined he is?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody you see picked at the top of a draft has that mindset. That's why they're up there, and they just continue to go like this usually. And Easton's going up a really steep trajectory, and I think I'll keep doing that.
What's your goal come the rest of the summer? What's your summer look like, and what are you hoping for coming out of training camp?
Go on a little trip here right now with my brother, and then get back to work and get on the ice, get stronger, work on everything, and come into camp and leave everything out there.
What's the trip? Where are you going?
I'm going to Greece with my little brother.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Ever been?
No.
So it's a bucket list kind of thing?
It's just something I wanted to do. Yeah, we decided like a week ago. So.
And do you have a big takeaway from this camp?
Like one thing? No, I don't think so. Not one specific thing. No.
What do you think of the format today, the 2 30-minute periods with a little bit of 5-on-5, 4-on-4, 3-on-3 all mixed in?
It's fun. I think especially when you do a little bit of like, when they don't really give you any direction as far as like systems and stuff. It's like gives them a good view of how guys think and are able to adapt and be creative and like how they read the game when there's different scenarios and you're playing with different numbers. So it's cool.
what about the penalty shot format where guys are kind of chasing the person going? Do you like that? Like, I know it's usually only done for scrimmages, but like, what's your?
Yeah, it's better than like a penalty. Everybody wants to be on the ice. There's no point in sitting someone in the box.
Penalty shot, like a traditional.
Oh, just the chase part you mean specifically?
Yeah,
it's good. I mean, like, gives you a little more pressure. It's not a skills competition at that point. It's a little more game-like.
What stood out to you about Halinka?
Yeah, he was really skilled. I thought he had a lot of confidence with the puck and some good hands and ripping the puck out there. He looked good.
Maybe not the easiest thing for Lisowski coming in after not getting signed. What do you make of how he handled the week?
Yeah, great. He's another one of those guys, very driven and works really hard. And I thought he was great today in the game too.
How did you guys choose Greece? Like, spin a globe?
It looked like nice food and nice water. So.
What impression did Halinka make on you at this camp?
Yeah, I thought he had a really good camp. Coming in, we seen him. I hadn't seen him live before, but nice hands. You can really tell that he's played professional men's hockey. Just his habits, details of the game, some of the plays that he makes, and didn't really struggle with the pace at all. So he was a bright spot in camp for sure.
What was the thought process in putting Minten and Cowan together this week?
You know, we know that those two are, going to come to main camp. They both have the goal of making the team, and just having them play together, a little familiarity, and then show leadership by driving play and dominating offensively when they could, and they did today. You saw that. So just an idea of, our guys that we know are skilled guys, just give them a chance to show what they can do together.
Is there a method to the madness when there's talent on one side and there's talent on another, and like maybe you're trying to put guys in different positions to make it more difficult for them to kind of evaluate?
Yeah, we tried to put some of our skilled top forwards against some of our top D. So you kind of want to go best on best of what you think or what you know, and I think for sure in the games and throughout the week we had them play together and then also against each other. So they get a sense of what driving each other and just see what that dynamic looks like.
What's your takeaway on Ben Denford?
I really liked Ben's game. He made some really nice plays today in the game and jumped in the rush. Nice assist on the goal, and he's I think his offensive upside might be better than what he's shown statistically. You can see that, and he moves really well. And watching him off the ice, a good athlete as well. So he made a good impression on everyone as well this week. I thought he had a very good camp.
Lazowski, one last. Lazowski on the other side was one of their better offensive players. Yeah. What's your takeaway? Difficult camp for him probably without the contract and all that. But
yeah, it's really hard mentally. I can imagine when you don't have a contract for Brandon. But today he had a really good showing out there. Scored a goal. Like when he gets the puck in those key slots, key areas, he doesn't miss very often. So I thought he had a really good camp, and we'll see what's next for him with regards to rookie camp, main camp. But this week he had a strong showing. I was happy for him.
From the start of the week, when you first spoke to us, what surprises did you see, maybe on and off the ice, would you say?
I don't think there was any big surprises in terms of on the ice in camp. We talked about Holinka being a player that showed more offensive upside than maybe we had seen or known about. Denford was, everything that he was hyped up to be, I think, in camp. If anything, off the ice, I found this group of players to be the most intense group we've had in the development camp since I've been here, and in terms of kind of quiet and reserved until we took them to OVO yesterday to play basketball, and then that seemed to, so hindsight, I should have done that first in the first day, get them all relaxed and loose, but just it's a competitive situation. You want them to be teammates, not kill each other on the ice, but players are trying to make an impression. So that's always the dance that we have here.
What's your sort of, job for the next few days? Is it just compiling the notes on each of these players so you have them somewhere for everyone to look, or what's that?
Yeah, we already have all of that done. We have a pretty extensive way of, evaluating, but what we'll be doing is touching base with the players that we've signed, our prospects, and the free agents that we're tracking through the year, and helping them establish, making sure they have a good plan for off ice for the summer and on ice, and any needs that they might have through the summer just to help them get to the next level. Then we're evaluating that and see how we can help them continue to move forward.
And the composition of the rookie camp, does that start right now, or is that something you'll review what you saw here?
Yeah, we'll talk about it, what we saw here, and invite some players that we want to have there. We already have a sense of what we want, but now it's just filling out that roster. So that is something we'll discuss after today as well.
What were your impressions of Victor Johansson this week? Obviously, there's a lot of physical development to go there, but what were your thoughts on him kind of getting first in-person look at him?
Again, I think he was another bright spot in camp. We make a lot about his weight, 147 pounds, but he's a great mover. He reminds me a little bit of Klingberg when he started out, and I think he was about the same weight. Gives that that Swedish long levers. He didn't seem to have any trouble with the physical play here today. It's more just the North American shift from the bigger ice in Sweden to the physicality here. Great personality off the ice. He's a lot of fun, and I'm gonna see him in Sweden later this summer. I look forward to just seeing his life and how he trains over there. But fun kid to be around.
You mentioned on Wednesday Minten and trying to work with him to be more dynamic on the offensive side. What sort of kind of growth have you seen in that area, and how much more room is there to grow for him?
Well, I think there's still a lot of room for Fraser. Like, you can see that he's a responsible player. He plays both ends of the ice. He'll make plays. I think just sometimes in tight, just getting him a little bit more dynamic off one foot or the other to bury some scoring chances in tight. That next sort of offensive upside for him. But he's a real complete player. And sometimes when you're such a responsible player, I think it can detract because you're not thinking offense all the time. So those are just little things. But he's a well-rounded guy throughout his whole game, and I know he wants to work on all of those areas, and we continue to help him along the way.
Did any of you guys? Any thoughts on Nick Moldenauer?
Yeah, Moldy today I thought had his best day of camp. You can see when he has the open ice, he can make plays. We'll continue to work on all areas of the game with him, but more establishing power, good habits off the ice. He had a slow start in college this year, and then a better finish. So I expect he'll have a better second year down in Michigan. And just as he gains confidence, I think is the big thing for Nick.
Did any of the free agent invites kind of stand out today in the scrimmage to yourself?
There were quite a few guys where they had bright spots or moments where you're like, okay, that was an interesting. You look at some of the, Finney and McCleary who play very physical and probably couldn't show what they had today because we asked guys not to kill each other on the ice. So, but you can see that emotional control there. And if I, just thinking through some of the other forwards, Quillen, who we've already got signed. You look at Hudson, who has some nice offensive skills. So there's, some bright spots throughout, and it's more just about the consistency. So that's our message to them is when you go back to your colleges or junior, we'll be following and watching, and your career is not made or broken in one camp here with the Leafs.
And Braden Kressler is a kid that a couple years ago stood out in development camp, earned a contract through rookie camp. He's had some injury issues, obviously missed an entire season his draft year back in the OHL. Having that full season in the OHL, now turning pro this fall, kind of what are your impressions of him coming through this camp again after a couple of tough seasons?
Yeah, I'm really happy for him this camp. He was very fit. He showed up very fit, and I thought he played really well day in and day out here with a lot of pace, a lot of jump, and showed leadership. So he'll have to continue that on into his pro career now. But he's continually gotten better, and he has had some injuries to overcome, and so it'll be up to him now of how far he wants to take it.
Some of the defensemen are talking about Jake Muzzin and how happy they were to learn from him. What sort of asset is a guy like that in the development process?
Yeah, Jake's great. I mean, the nice thing about him is he's so fresh from playing. He still knows what it feels like and what every day is like as a pro player. And I think throughout the week we've tried to expose the players to a lot of former players and just to hear their stories. And Jake is a guy who's easy to talk to. I think he's won a Stanley Cup, and so when he speaks, the players listen. He also has some great ideas around development and working with the defensemen. So we'll get him going with us this year in the development as well. And he'll learn what it's like to coach. He thought the shot blocking day was a little long, so we said, yeah, it's not as easy as it looks, is it? So, but he just done a great job for us.